Hello, in this video I will talk about our storytelling with Power BI class, who it's for, what does it cover, and what do you need to do to be able to take the class. First things first, who is this for? We assume that you have very little knowledge of Power BI. We assume that you have some storytelling experience. In other words, you have built some PowerPoint presentations before, you had to use charts and graphs to be able to tell a story about your business, products, customers, and so forth. So if you have never taken a Power BI class before, if you have never built anything using Power BI, this class is for you. Number two is, what does this class cover? This class is for people who would like to use Power BI and they would like to be able to build dashboards and reports and to know what charts are available, which ones are good to use to tell a particular story, and what formatting options are available for our storytelling. And lastly is, how do you get to take the class and how do you get your hands on the class collateral? So in order to take the class, two things need to happen. So all of the class is available through YouTube videos. So once you get the Power BI desktop file, and Power BI desktop is the tool that we use to build our stories, you will take all of the lessons and all of the class material. You can just listen to videos that are publicly available on our YouTube channel. So if you just want to listen to the videos to understand how to tell stories with Power BI, what features are available, formatting options, and so forth, you could do this right now without having to do anything else. However, if you want to take the class physically, so if you want to be able to follow through the labs, there's a couple of things you need to do. The Power BI, in order to tell a story, requires an existing Power BI model. So something that already has the data loaded, calculations created, and so forth. So in order for you to take this class, we've created this model already, and it's deployed in our knowledgebank.pro environment. So for you to be able to get to it, what you need to do is you need to register at knowledgebank.pro and follow the steps in the registration. It should not take more than a few seconds. I will post the link in the description of this video on all of the details. But once you go through the registration process, your work email address will be trusted through Microsoft Azure Active Directory to access into our environment, and you will be able to access all of our models, training data sets, and so forth. And the last piece you will get is you will get this Power BI desktop file. You're looking at a published version of it right now. And in this desktop file, you will be able to take all of the training. Let me walk you through the organization of the class. So in the bottom right corner, you see class videos. If you click on this, you will be able to see all of the videos, and you can click on X to close that pop-up window. So as you click on that class videos, you will see all of the videos for each chapter of the class. If you click on a link, it will open a window in your internet browser directly to the video. You can listen to the video, pause it, and follow along in the lab. In terms of class navigation, it's very simple. All of the class navigation is to the left. As you progress through the labs, in order to come back, you can always click on main. And the way the labs are done, you see that we have a name of the lab, and then we have a checkbox. If you click on the name of the lab, this will get you on the very first screen where you will be doing your lab work. And then if you want to see what the end of the lab work should look like, or cheat a little bit, you could click on a checkbox, and that will show you the completed end result. So as we cover building different reports, we will cover different filtering options. We have a chapter on trend charts. So you start out with a screen that looks like this, and you end up with a screen that looks like that. Then we talk about conditional formatting. So that's where you add a little bit of color to your model. So then you can click on, again, the checkbox to see the end result. And again, all of the content and all of the nitty-gritty stuff about building these things is available in the video. We'll talk about custom tooltips. And at the end, we talk about bookmarks, where you start with a report that's pretty cluttered, and then you're able to build something like this, where you can click on different buttons and things change on the fly. We estimate that should not take you more than an hour or two, maybe 3, if you are kind of rusty with working with charts and so forth. To finish this class, it should not take you several days. It's a fairly quick exercise, and by the end of the class, you should be able to easily use the Power BI model that was provided to you by a modeler, and to be able to build your dashboards and reports using Power BI. The link to this mock training, or it's not a mock training, but it's non-interactive, or you're not able to take the actual training with this link, but you could kind of play with this and see what is covered by training, is also going to be available in the description of the video. To summarize, our storytelling class for Power BI is a free class available to everybody. You're not expected to know much about Power BI at all. All of the class material and collateral is available on YouTube, so you could take it at your own pace. In order to get your hands on the model and on the Power BI desktop file, for it to work for you, you have to be registered at knowledgebank.pro. Please follow the link in the video on how to do that. Hundreds of people have taken this class already and found it very useful. Hope you find it very useful as well. Thank you. Bye.